Hi guys, it's Rachel here and we are continuing on with Medieval Mirage Monday, and we made these pockets and I put those in there to stick on pages. I have to remember that, and I'm just going to go into some other pocket sort of things, see what other pockets we can make. So I hope everybody is well and had a great weekend. They're more taggy sort of stuff, so let's put those aside. And then I've got my papers there. I have to decide about that. Oh, lovely embellishments and things. Tags. Oh, there's another one of those. We may not need that. That could be a belly band. Let's just rip that one off. So we'll keep that. They're tags, more tags. Just gorgeous. Okay, here's one. I'll keep that out. Envelopes. I might print. Will I print on the other side, or maybe I'll glue something on that one? See, these are decorated on both sides, so they kind of become like a floating pocket, so it's something to tuck in. I'll keep those out, and some of those I'll make into pockets, so we'll keep those out. And we've got more pockets here. Well, we might use them. And aren't they're just gorgeous. Oh, here we go. This is what I wanted to play with. I need to keep those where, sorry, I'm just thinking. I've gone quiet because I'm thinking. Got that one. That one. Those ones. Okay. Good. Okay, so first things first, we need to, these are two separate ones, so we're going to do those, and I need to reinforce them. Just a sec. I want a big piece of paper. This has nothing on it. I'm going to use this big piece of paper. I'm going to glue that on there. So I can see where my frame is, so I don't really need to glue all in the center there. That doesn't matter, but I just need to make sure I get glue everywhere else. So I go around where the frame is, so I'm going to be cutting that out. You want to make sure you don't have any air pockets. And the same here on this one. Go around there. Okay. That's that. Hopefully I put enough glue everywhere. I'll glue that on there. So we keep some of these vintage sort of pages for this sort of thing. Oh, I've got creases. That's all right, just iron them out. And if I didn't put enough glue, I will slip some glue under. Okay, let's have a look. So these beigey parts of Jeff's kit, they're meant, they are meant so you can, they're not, so you don't glue this part down onto the page, you fold those, and so it makes the pocket not so tight. I'll show you in a second. But we don't need all of them. I just want to cut it out and then we can do the rest. I said I don't need that there, but I could, no, that will be very thick. So we're going to trim across here because this is the top for me. that needs to come off, and I'll do it on the other one in a minute. Okay, so we only need these little flappy bits on the 3 sides, and I also cut them slightly at an angle so they're not peeking out. And here the same, because otherwise you get that bulk when you fold them. And this is, not that it matters that it's wonky, but I'm just going to cut that off. Okay. So I hope this is helpful to anyone who has drafts kits and is wondering what to do with them. Okay. So let's just make sure there. Okay, and then I'm going to get my pointy scissors and poke a hole here, and the same here. I do Gail's trick, Gail Agostinelli, where she snips all to her corners. It makes it a bit easier because then you cut and the piece just falls out in theory. That's the theory anyway, if you've done a good job with your snipping. So then you just cut along the line. So I hope everyone had a lovely weekend. We did. As you know, I'm pre-recording, so this is going up a week after I recorded it. And so we've just been to Modena and to stay with our friend, and we had a lovely time. The weather was good. It was rainy. We had big thunderstorm in our area, and or really a big area, like a large spread, really. It was big thunderstorm up there as well, is what I'm trying to say. But by the time Lulu came home from school and we drove up after lunch, it's only about an hour and 15 from here on the Autostrada, it was sunny. So we had lovely weather. Really, I mean, they have really yummy food, and just lots of walking around town, and it's just a very pretty, colourful town, actually. I just love it. Okay, so that's that. Right, now I think I will put some vellum in there. So we'll flip it over. Actually, I'm going to fold these first. So these fold in, and these are what are glued to the page. So let's do that first, so I know where to put my vellum. Well, I do kind of know where to put my vellum anyway. So that's 1, 2, and 3. Right, so that's one pocket. This is the next one. Now you don't have to put vellum in. I've done them without vellum as well. But you know what? These are sometimes really nice on the cover too. So we will look at that. We'll see. I need to look at my books and see if I would like. I might put the other one on the cover. Oops, folded that up too high. In which case I would put the vellum or tracing paper in, or perspex. But with the perspex it doesn't stick so well, so you need to stitch around it. So that's what they look like. And I've got my pouch of vellum here. So a cool thing you could do, which I'm not going to do because I don't have the right piece, but you could put even something like that in there. This tag I don't think goes in here, and then you get the peekaboo, but or otherwise just a plain piece of, I think I've got some plain where I've done bad printouts. Yes, here, There's a plain one. So that's just a tracing paper. That's big enough for one, but not for the other ones. So just a sec, I've got another piece here. Just trying to see if I've got anything else that's interesting printed. We'll use this. This is actual vellum. That was tracing paper. I don't think, oh no, it will be good for both. I actually prefer the tracing paper to the vellum because it just seems to glue a little bit better. So I need to flip it over. Just pop that in there. I'm just going to put a pencil mark where I need to tear it here. So I'll do that. And then I can take the butterflies off. I don't need that, so that's good. That won't be peekabooing out on this one at least anyway. But the other one I may need to keep that bit. So that's going to pop in there and glue down. And now this one, it's a bit wide. I'm going to take a bit more off. Oh, yes, I took enough off, I think. And let's just see. I can also take the butterflies off that one, so that's good. And I've used up that piece. That was a bad printout. Okay, so then I just I might grab my tacky glue for this. I've run out the quick drying. I actually need to buy some more. I thought I had more, but I've only got this clear tacky glue. So what I do is I'll open these out and I just run some glue. Try not to put too much around here. And then around the edge of this. So I don't have to guess at all where to put my glue on the frame because I just put it around the edges. And that is sufficient to hold it. Just put that upside down in my basket over here. Okay, I need to grab, I've got a dry wet one here that's dried out. I'm just going to use that to sort of ooze my glue. And sometimes it just does take a minute to grab a hold. You just got to keep going over it until it grabs. I'm going to squish your glue out that way, away from the center. And I'll let that dry before I do anything because I've got glue everywhere. But you can see it's not hard to get that to stick there. So we'll do this one. Let's open this out. I'm not going too close to the edge because you don't want it to ooze onto your window. It does occasionally, but try your best to avoid it. Instead here it doesn't matter if it oozes out because you can just let it dry and then it will be fine. Doesn't really matter if it's crooked. Going to keep smushing it around until all these edges stick down. Okay, and I don't think I have enough glue under there and that will be an issue, because when you're trying to slide something in the pocket, it'll slip into that and not want to go down, which would be annoying. So I need to glue that down. Just ooze the glue out and make sure it sticks down. And I will just leave those to dry because I do have glue everywhere. Okay, but while they're drying, we could just grab one of the journals. They are still in this state, and you can, and I think I probably will, attach, this is not finished obviously, but you can attach the pocket. I'm saying I will, but I may not. I don't know, I haven't decided, but that could attach there, and then you have a beautiful tag inside. So that's a thought, but I might do the other ones. I might prefer the other ones, or I might not like them. We'll just see. We'll just see. I'm not up to that stage yet. I'll do the other ones off camera because it's just the same process. You don't need to see that again. But also, sorry, I'll bring back the other journal, this green one. So again, I'll just show you quickly while we're at it. So that could go on the cover. As you know, I haven't decided, but they look, they're wonderful big pockets that can go in there. They can go on a page, whatever you like. So definitely worth making those up. Now this one here, so these are designed, let's just I'm just going to, actually I would reinforce all of those. I'm just thinking, you know, I try to think, am I going to reinforce all of that? And I am. So I'm just going to grab another piece of that paper and glue it all on there in one hit. Although this one probably doesn't really need to be reinforced, but I put the glue on there now anyway, so I will. The window ones I definitely reinforced. This one I probably didn't need to reinforce this one, actually. I could have just left it. I didn't need to. Oh well, it's done now. Okay. Oh, it's such hard work. Because it's a bit cold here, so the glue's hard. Okay. So I'm just going to trim those off. I can already cut that out. You'll actually, well, I'll cut that out on that side, but then we'll do the other one when I've cut it all out, because I'll show you. Because if you're doing this as a floating pocket, you don't need all of these tabs. I can cut this one off. You only need it on one side, because otherwise you'll be gluing two tabs together, and you don't need to do that. Unless you wanted to have it as a flip. You could have had it as a flip with the other one. But I can do that with a different one, so it's not a problem. So we'll do this one like this. So it's very simple, just folds. But because I've lined it too, I can, when I put my semicircle snip, make sure you sort of crease it, or with your bone folder or your nail. When I do the snip, I can just snip. I don't have to snip the whole thing because I don't have white showing, and I've folded that crooked. I always fold everything crooked. Anyone who's new, this is not the place to learn how to fold because everything is crooked. So that's going to be like that. Let's see. Did I line it up kind of? Yes. So it's nice and strong. I didn't really need to reinforce this one. And then to close it, you just grab your glue. I don't go right to the edge because it's going to move about, and I don't want to glue my pocket shut. And I will just run along the bottom here just to make sure there's no, gaping bits. And before I do that, halfway in here, I'm going to put my little punch there. So that's going to be the front. So this would be something, it's a pocket that you would slip in a pocket or you would clip onto a page. And then just grab your, especially if you've got a metal, see, I didn't do that very well, did I? So that's my folding and my pour cutting. But then also get your ruler and just slide it in where the joins are, just to make sure it's not being glued. And that is the floating pocket done. And then we have these lovely bits here. Let's have a look at these. So I'm turning my paper, not so much my scissors, to cut the shape out. Cut off the excess, makes life easier. Now this is meant to be like, this is, I think, it's like a little belly band. See, it's got the bits that fold. You could trim those off if you want to. I wanted to see how wide it was. That's not straight. I don't think it wraps around that. Oh, it does. So that can wrap. Well, actually, I would just glue that on there like that. And it's a little belly band. And you can put a little tag in there. Actually, it's upside down. Let's do that. Oh, cool. I'm not wrapping it around, because otherwise I'll see it on that side. So that's why I'm tucking it, doing the little flappy bits on the inside. But it would wrap around if I wanted, or it could wrap around possibly a tag as well. So that goes there, and then we can make a tag to go in there. Oh, how cool is that? Look at that. And you know what? I think I'm going to do my snip all the way through anyway. Yep, I changed my mind because that's what I do. Okay, cool. Love that. So that's ready to go. And then we have these too. And I'll show you where I was going to put one of these. Let me just cut them out as best I can. I'm not very good at cutting out circles or oval shapes. That one, and okay. So you can use these like on envelopes and things to you know, hold them closed. Not very good cutting. But I thought one of these, I might put, I'm going to make this a belly band. I'm going to glue that on the center of that, but I need to reinforce this. I'll just use my glue paper. Not that glue. Oh, I'm cutting up too. So I like to make all my bits and then go through my journals and decide what I want to include and where to include them. I like to have a lot. And then I do, you maybe slip a few things in that I didn't pre-make. But I do generally like to do that. So I'm just going to run my glue around that's down the center there. And that is going to pop on there. And that is a cute little belly band to go down a page. Love it. Okay, I haven't pulled out anything Christmassy yet today. So we have quite a few of these. So let's do this one. Itchy. So I need to reinforce this one. Oh, I needed to reinforce those. I don't think I have any more of these big pages left, do I? But these pages, I don't think they're going to be big enough. No. I need big pages. But that's it. This book is not big enough. No, not big enough. Well, I'm going to glue it to... Oh, here's a big piece. Not big enough? It is big enough for that there. Okay, let's glue it on there. No, that's not going to work either. Excuse me. Oh, I know what I could glue it to. What about gluing it to a piece of music paper? Is that going to be big enough? Yes. I'm going to glue it to the music paper. But you'll see why, because we're going to cut out the window. And then there'll be the music paper in there, which will be good. Got any glue up there, which is no good. Okay, let's see how we're going. Let's iron out the creases. Now, let's see. Be careful not to snip anything off. This one can be a flip out. Let's make this one a flip out. So I need to keep most of my tabs. Okay, so let's think about this. I'm going to keep this one as my flip, that long one. I'm going to trim off this bit here to the center, there. Snip that, there. Whoops, not very good. Like so. And I need to now cut out my window. Let's just get on with it. So you can trim off this one here and just close it up and have it as a floating pocket. You could separate them and create 2 long pockets out of them and attach them to a page if you wanted to. There's so many options. You don't have to do what they were designed for. I don't even know if this is how they were. Jeff always tells me you can just do whatever you want, whatever takes your fancy, you just do it. Love the music paper. Okay, so that's going to go there. But the first thing I need to remember to do before I do that, and you don't have to put any tissue tracing paper in there if you don't want to. They still work. It does look nice, in my opinion. So, I just want, maybe I'll do it. No, I think I'll do it here. I just want to sort of put my pencil marker there and there for tearing. Let's tear it down here first. Don't know if I did that straight or not. And here. Does that fit? Now what I don't want is it to crash, so I do need to put my creases in. I thought I could get away with doing it. Now just a minute, am I going to do that way? I'm going to wrap it around the page, or no, actually I'm going to glue it on the page. Okay, figured it out. You'll see in a minute. Okay, and I need to put my crease in here because I'm not quite sure where it is. Let's see. Is it about there? Yes. So you get the nice music paper in there and it's not white. And then we need to, you can sort of see why you need to sort of reinforce them. And then I need to glue that in, and nope, it's not going to crash into the creases, and that's what I was wanting to check. So grab my tacky glue because I want to make sure it sticks. Just carefully go around. Don't go too close to the thing. It doesn't matter if there's a little bit of a gape there, because you don't want to, it's worse to have glue on your tracing paper or vellum or perspex, whichever one it is. Okay, I'm debating while I'm doing this whether or not I should glue it shut now because it's a bit sticky. I think I might wait a minute, but I just wanted to show you. So that's going to close like that, and this is going to fold this way. Actually, I haven't folded it properly. Just a sec. I wanted this to wrap. I have folded, oh, I needed it to fold it over a bit further. I don't know if I can do that now. Let's see. That's what I wanted, like that. It's not a problem, nope. Because then this one we'll fold it around. I want that to attach to the page so it flips like so. Okay, so actually this is not too sticky now. And so I'll get my glue and glue it shut. Before I do that, I like to have my little punch. Oh no, I'll do my punch on the other side. Not that side, this side. Like so. Put my glue. Careful not to put too much so you don't glue your pocket shut. Well, you know, where you don't want it to be shut. And then fold it over and glue it closed like so, and you've got a window pocket. Now here I would like to grab something. Where is my little book? A little bit Christmassy. Let's see what we can make work. Oh, let's have a little look. Oh, something like that is nice. I'm not going to put Tinsel Rain on there because that's very modern compared to Jarf's beautiful kit. But, you know, something like that would be really cute. Just looking for vertical things. I did cut a few things out after the last session. Oh, I like that one even more. I'm going to put that one on there. That's it. Got it. I'm not going to go any further. Okay, so we're going to cut that. Oh, no, just cut this one out. The other one's cut. Now, the words I keep getting asked, and I have linked it in the description box, they are from Dreams, etc. All of these word labels are from Dreams, etc. I've never bothered to do any word labels because you know what? There are some great ones out there. We don't all need to have the same thing. So I don't sort of go there with those because I think there are people who've done a wonderful job with them. And I don't need to jump on that bandwagon. Okay, and this just so easy just to make it a little bit more, you know, the whole thing was taking the non-Christmassy kit and making it more Christmassy. And of course, if you are not doing Christmas, and I know some of you are following along and doing it, you know, the medieval mirage style, then you just find like a pretty flower, or Jarf might have something that you can fussy cut out from one of her kits, and then you just put that on there if you want to decorate it. So that is that, and then we'll put some lovely tag in there. So we've made two of those. This one's got the little belly band here, and then that's a belly band. Reinforce that. I'm going to reinforce this. This is obviously the same type of thing. So this can go on here if you want it to. You could even have it down there and just having a little bit of a shape there and put something else. But, you know, you can really go to town. They can go on, not these tags, obviously, because they are, they could be on a page and you put a little something slim in there. They're decorated, but just say you had a plain tag, you could put it on there and then slip something else in there. So there's many possibilities. I'm going to go ahead. These, let's just look at the other ones that I pulled out. This one is a similar thing, so I'll go ahead and make that one up. These are like the ones we did last week, and we'll do these ones. And that's the same thing, so I'll do that one off camera. You don't want to see me do the same thing a million times over. So there we go. So I'll just finish up these things off camera, and that gives you an idea of what to do with these. So this one is going to attach. Let me grab my book. Grab my book. My book, as my granny would say. Get your book. Anyway, so just say any page really. Just attach it there. so it will flip out, and then I'll stick something there. Or, I mean, it's the same thing really. It's actually easier to wrap it around the page and glue it on there, and then just cover that with something if you want to. That's actually easier to do than glue it on there, sort of thing. And then when you flip it, you've got the lovely Christmas on there. And then this one just is, you know, I would just clip that to the page. You could have it that way or that way, and maybe put something Christmassy on there. Let's see what something Christmassy would look like. Actually, I could do that. I could pull out this embroidery, which is super pretty, or let's just have a quick look before I let you go. We could put one of these gorgeous, actually I might do that. Yes, I might put that one on. I'm getting low on those. I'm just looking again for vertical things. I did cut out this little Santa from one of my pages. You could put these little fellows. Oh, aren't they gorgeous on there? Yeah, I'll decide between those two. I'll show you next week what I decided. So just to give you an idea, that would just or slide into a pocket or clip onto the page, paper clip onto the page. So there we go, having fun. So I hope you enjoyed that, and thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again soon. Bye.